So we are at final stage of this feature edition 1 and best practices. So this is the one I wanted to cover in this particular session so that it will be useful in the upcoming sessions as well. Okay, so yeah, I had a the earlier plan as well to have a complete coverage on the review best practices. So now we are in, so I got an opportunity. That's why I'm just sharing a few inputs so that it will be useful whenever you are working on any of the GenAI assistant. Let it be IT or non-IT, whether you are generating the script or whether you're generating the content. Okay, so this will be useful, but the points that I have mentioned with respect to postbot only in this particular session, so that you can correlate with any other assistant that you are working on, any other assignment that is related to content generation or the scripts or some other areas. Okay, let's switch on to the best practices. um, Generally everyone expect that okay, it is a system and it is generated and we are good. No, that is the wrong assumption. Okay, see, we are getting the output from the machine intelligence system. Okay, and you are a human. Always you have importance to ensure review the path and take the decision and make it make it alter and as per our needs and make it the finalize. That's how we have to the follow. But while we are doing the review, it depends. Suppose now I am focusing on the only on Postbot. Suppose if you are working on the code development using the GitHub Copilot, accordingly you need to apply your review techniques according to that need. Okay, but here postbot. Okay, now my focus is on the postbot output. What I'm going to do it is what I'm going to working on is just generating the request. Okay, the scripts to the designed request and giving the certain inputs and validating the response. These are the things that typically we do in the request response validations. Okay, so now there are the three categories that I come across. So while we are reviewing, okay, so that is one is entirety. Entirety means totally what it is that we have to look into it. The third category is the syntax. Suppose if you are working on any of the copilots which are generating the code, that you need to see the syntax. The third one is completeness. So as far as automation development purpose, we need to see the completeness as well. Okay, so suppose in the earlier you have seen about the basic test. Okay, the basic test is completely it is suitable to the need or not, that we need to ensure. Okay, if not, we need to add it. Okay, that's the decision that we need to take it. So now let's see here. Entirety means review the default test generated by postbot. Now I'm talking about with respect to the postbot, and so that now we have generated the test using the postbot in a batch mode. Okay, so we need to see for every request whatever the basic scripts it is generated that is suitable to the need or not, that we need to ensure. And at overall, the ensure generated content aligns with the given requirements. Okay, you have basic tests. Okay, you have some idea. Okay, one is the basic test, what it will come. One is the status code validation and the structure validation and a few mandatory fields, the validations. These are the basic, the positive things that we need to ensure for any request. So those things. Okay, if not, you need to note down, you need to mark it out, you need to update it. Okay, check that all provided inputs have been appropriately considered. Suppose you have given suppose by ID, that by ID is appropriately taken or not. Okay, the response that you need to see, whatever the response it is generated, appropriate or not, that you need to see, ensure that one. Okay, and the next category is syntax. Okay, So suppose Postbot is following the JavaScript and even BDD format, that is appropriate or not, that you need to ensure. Okay. Review the syntax generated statements according to the intended programming language. Okay. And ensure the default assertions are generated correctly. That also we need to ensure whatever the assertions it has implemented. Okay. And verify that assertions are implemented as per the provided the prompt. Okay, here I'm talking about the little bit in a different way where you entered into the script and you open the postbot and you asking postbot to give the script. So whatever the prompt that you have given is hey, generate a statement or code to validate so and so field. So if you are giving that prompt, so whatever the output it is giving is whatever the need as per your need or not, that you need to ensure. Okay, whatever the syntax that is giving is appropriate or not, that you need to ensure. Okay, and then the third category is the completeness. Okay, assess the complexity of the generated default the scripts, including assertions and basic coverage. Okay, whether it is completely covered the that particular request or not, that you need to ensure. Okay, and evaluate the suitability of the generate test for the specified need. Okay, evaluate suitability, whatever the test it is generated, whether it is suit or not. In such case, suppose if it is not, okay, you can delete it. Okay, you can update that script. Okay. And ensure the generated default test cover all positive validations of the requesting test. Okay. So in one go, the positive tests are appropriately created or not, that we need to ensure. One is the positive test means your status code validation, in case of invalid status message validation, and your structure validation and mandatory field validation. So these are the things the postbot is generated or not, you need to ensure. Okay, so or if you are giving the the saying without reviewing everything is done, means it may be a chances to miss or misguide the entire the testing effort. Okay, that's why the review is mandatory whenever you are working on any of the GenAI assistant. Okay, that's why I have given in the GenAI review is key. That's it. That is the message that I want to give it to you. Okay, so this is about the postbot specific best practices. Suppose if you are working on another assistant apart from the quality engineering side, so that relates to the handle the any finance or any content or any other image generations, etc. There are so many instances are available, but okay, it is giving certain output that is suitable to the requirement or not, your need or not, that you need to assess. Okay, and if not, you have to alter it. Okay, so that kind of activity wherever you are using GenAI instance, that you have to do it. Okay, in this era, what I am assuming is what I am imagining. My imagination is now 20% of effort is in the development, 80% on the review side. Earlier 80 and 20, now 20 and 80. So vice versa this is. So that we have to the ensure. Okay. So that's all I have the part of the best practices, and I'll catch you in the next session. Thank you.